Which are the strongest characters in Naruto? Is the Uchiha clan stronger than the Uzumaki clan? After all, some of the strongest characters in the Naruto verse are Uzumakis, right? But then again, the same thing can be said about the Uchiha clan. How about the Hyuga clan versus Sanju clan? Which of them is the strongest? Well, today we'll be explaining as well as ranking the top 30 strongest main clans in the world of Naruto, present any special abilities and or bloodline limits these clans have, as well as mention and even analyze some of the strongest members of each clan. Before we begin, two small ground rules. Number one, a single strong character does not necessarily mean that the entire clan is strong. It just means that this individual is in a league of their own when compared to the rest of their clan. But for sure, a character like that adds up to the overall score the clan has. Number two, there are many clans that we only have one confirmed member of. Heck, there are even times we don't even know the name of the clan, like in Jiraiya's case, for example. When that happens, we will do our best to rank the clan as best as we can on the info we have. And with that out of the way, let's get to the exciting part of the video. Number 30, the Lee clan. For this clan, we don't know much about them since we only have two confirmed members, Rock Lee and his son Metal Lee. What we do know is that this clan does not have any special abilities like bloodline limits, extremely high levels of chakra or life force, and no inherent talent towards any specific type of fighting. The fact that Rock Lee developed in the way that he did is nothing short of 100% caused by his exceptional work rate and insane amount of hours he put into training. Rock Lee became a taijutsu specialist that not only earned the praise from his master Might Guy, but, well, all I'll say is that during his fight with Gaara, once he let go of those ankle weights, he was basically flying an overpowered Gaara that was more or less Jonin level at that point. From the point of the 4th Great Shinobi War and onwards, the Lee clan is able to master the 8 Gates opening, as this skill is now being passed on by Rock Lee to his son Metal Lee, and we can safely assume that this skill will now be the trademark of this clan, along with the exceptional taijutsu skills, of course. As far as abilities passed down within the clan, we saw that Lee was not even able to do the most basic of ninjutsu, which suggests that his clan was never even remotely considered powerful. The fact this clan is part of our list is 100% due to Rock Lee, and the fact that he single-handedly made this clan one of the strongest ones in Konoha. Number 29, the Izuno clan. The Izuno clan is a family of shinobi in Konoha known for their use of cat-inspired ninjutsu. Probably the strongest member of this clan is Wasabi. That is the youngest member of her clan to be promoted to Chunin, and the only one to do so before adulthood. Unlike the Lee clan that we previously analyzed, we placed this clan higher in our list because this clan actually has a history of certain members being shinobis, even though not the strongest. Wasabi's signature skill is the Izuno clan hidden technique, Cat Covering. Using it, she can access a variety of different cat-like traits from her scroll, which augment her taijutsu. She is also the first person in generations to successfully use her clan's Cat God Possession Monster Cat Beckoning technique, producing a massive cat avatar to act as an extension of her body. Number 28, the Haruno clan. Now, this case is kind of a special case once again, because prior to Sakura, this clan was basically ordinary, non-shinobi civilians. Sakura is the first member to actually not only become a decent ninja, but also become one of the strongest ones in her generation, and for sure, a legend for her contribution in ending the war and even assisting in defeating Kaguya Otsutsuki. So yeah, the only reason this clan is placed in this list is due to Sakura. We see that Sakura's child, Sarada, has also inherited her monstrous strength and punches. This clan does not have any special bloodline limits nor any special abilities, but because of Sakura's feats in the story, I felt it only fair to give her clan a place in the top 30 clans of Naruto. Number 27, the Onikuma clan. This clan has a special type of possession jutsu. As seen in the case of Enko Onikuma, this jutsu augments her strength to the point she can easily crush rocks and can also stretch. However, the technique takes an emotional toll on her, as feelings of loneliness can trigger rage episodes. Before Enko understood what caused them, it required her teammates to restrain and tranquilize her. Even though this is not the most overpowered ability out there, it's still a pretty powerful technique that is basically something special and unique to this clan. Number 26, Jiraiya's unnamed clan. Now, when it comes to Jiraiya's clan, we don't even know his last name. Given, however, that Jiraiya had no bloodline limits, no special inherited abilities, no extreme levels of chakra, and was even stated to be painfully ordinary by Orochimaru when growing up, I think it's fair to assume that his clan was nothing special. However, given the overall strength and legendary status Jiraiya had, he is the only reason that his unnamed clan is part of our list. I mean, no matter how you take it, Jiraiya was a legend. Despite being weak as a child, he grew up to turn wise and strong, becoming the teacher of some of the most powerful characters in the world of Naruto. I mean, all of Minato, Naruto, Conan, Yahiko, and Nagato were his students. And yeah, these guys are no joke. Even Boruto is technically a student of his, as Kashin Koji, who is Jiraiya's clone, is the one teaching Boruto in the absence of Naruto and Sasuke. Number 25, the Inuzuka clan. The Inuzuka clan are a clan from Konoha that are known for their Ninken jutsus. What this means is that they use dogs as companions in order to team up with them and create some overpowered power joint jutsus together. Members of this clan are easily identified by the distinctive red fang markings on their cheeks. The most notable members of this clan are, of course, Kiba and Akamaru. Now, when it comes to the unique jutsus they display, we saw, among other techniques, like the Beast Human clone, where by doing this, the Inuzuka gains a copy of themselves that serves the same practical purpose as a shadow clone, but without the shadow clone's steep chakra requirements. Even though they look identical, the Ninken, because it's an animal, is likely to give away which of the two is which from how it moves and acts. To counteract this, the Inuzuka typically uses an imitation beast ninja art, causing them to act more feral and thus make it harder to tell them apart. Another trademark technique is the Fang Rotating Fang, where the user and their Ninken partner roll at a ferocious speed in a buzzsaw-like shape and deliver many powerful beast-like attacks when contact is made with a target. Number 24, the Shimura clan. After Konoha's formation following the Warring States period, the Shimura were amongst the first set of clans to ally themselves with the Senju and Uchiha-founded village, alongside the Sarutobi clan. Not much else is known of the clan, except that Denzo Shimura noted that both his father and grandfather died on the battlefield. The clan was also well renowned, as Madara Uchiha was shocked upon hearing that the clan was joining the newly formed village. When it comes to Denzo himself, he was a pretty skilled shinobi himself in charge of the Anbu forces of Konoha. Denzo's skills were held in high regard by the elders of Homura and Koharu, as they considered him one of Konoha's strongest ninja as well. Through skill and trickery, Denzo managed to combat the famed Shisui Uchiha and catch him off guard to steal his right eye. Kakashi expressed intense shock learning Denzo had been defeated single-handedly by Sasuke Uchiha. However, this defeat was partly attributed to his old age and being unable to use Shisui Uchiha's Mangekyo Sharingan. Despite all this, even with Sasuke's excessive usage of his own Mangekyo Sharingan, Denzo still fought evenly with Sasuke throughout their battle and dealt him a potentially fatal wound. Denzo was adept in both using and dispelling high-level genjutsu, even from powerful Sharingan users like Sasuke. He also had some skill in taijutsu and a decent amount of physical strength, able to repel Karin with one kick. Denzo was also quite fast and agile, as he was able to catch Sasuke off guard. Number 23, the Aburame clan. You see, the Aburame clan is a well-known clan of Konoha. At birth, members of this clan are offered to several special breeds of insects as a nest, residing just under their host's skin. These insects will then live in symbiosis with their host from that point on. Because of this, its members are characterized by their use of insects as weapons. The most known character in the Aburame clan is Shino. As a member of the Aburame clan, Shino was infused at birth with a special breed of insects called Kikaichu that use his body as a nest and feed on his chakra, living in a form of symbiosis. In return, they attack and do other tasks as he commands. In battle, he boxes in opponents with his bugs and then consumes their chakra once they cannot escape. Offensively, Shino can encase his enemies in a cage of insects, preventing them from moving and depriving them of their chakra, as well as use a special breed of insects called Kidaichu to devour the chakra and even the flesh of their victim. Being able to house the Kidaichu in his body shows his skills in chakra control, as feeding them an incorrect amount will cause them to devour their host's flesh. In the anime, Shino could also use his bugs defensively by having them swarm around himself and his allies, creating a dome. Shino could use his bugs to spy and gather information. Since the bugs make little to no noise, Shino could have them scout an area and return with any useful information. Number 22, the Kurama clan. The Kurama clan is a clan of extremely skilled genjutsu users, exclusive to the anime. This talent in genjutsu is due to the Kekkei Genkai that the clan possesses called Shinjitsu. However, there is a catch. Once every few generations, a member of the clan will be born with such enormous skill in genjutsu that their illusions cause the brain to make anything that happens to the victim within the genjutsu physically real, allowing the clan member to potentially kill their opponents with genjutsu. However, such a frightening power is not without its drawbacks, as we mentioned. The user can rarely control the full extent of their abilities, and as such, their subconscious will often regulate that power, leading to the creation of a second personality in control of that power. This personality then overwhelms the original, turning the individual into a monster that is a danger to everyone that surrounds them. They were originally one of the more prominent clans in Konoha, but the number of ninja in the clan has severely dwindled. Number 21, the Yamanaka clan. You see, members of this clan specialize in mind-related techniques, and they traditionally lead the Konoha barrier team. The fact that the members of this clan specialize in mind-related techniques makes them experts at intelligence gathering, espionage, and interrogation, among other things. They have also displayed sensory abilities, and their techniques include transferring their consciousness, reading minds, and communicating telepathically. Some of the best techniques this clan can use are the following: mind-body switch technique, where the user converts their consciousness to spiritual energy, which they send at a target. Their consciousness moves slowly towards the target and travels in a straight line. If the user misses their target, it will take several minutes for their consciousness to find its way back to their own body. To prevent this from happening, the mind-body switch should only be used against targets that are stationary or that are restrained. When their consciousness does successfully make it to the target, the user supplants the target's mind and takes takes control of their body. Another great technique is the mind-body disturbance technique. The user sends their chakra into a target's nervous system, giving them full control over the target's body. Unlike the mind-body switch technique, the user's consciousness remains within their own body while they use the technique, meaning that it can be safely used even when the user is outnumbered. It is when outnumbered that this technique is most useful, as the user's opponents can be made to kill each other. Because only their bodies are being controlled, targets remain aware of what their body is doing, though they won't understand why. Users can control targets even from a distance, allowing the user to sow confusion among the target and their allies. Some of the most known, and thus, to the best of our knowledge, strongest characters of this clan include Ino, her father Inoichi, her son Inojin, and Fu, who is a high-ranking Anbu member, utilizing his special Yamananka abilities to gather information for Anbu. Number 20, the Akimichi clan. The Akimichi clan is a well-known clan of Konoha. Many of their clan's techniques revolve around the manipulation of their body weight and size through the use of yang release. It has had 15 family heads, with Choza Akimichi being the 15th. Choji Akimichi is stated to become the 16th head. Members of the clan possess great physical strength and are able to quickly convert calories into chakra, which they use in their various secret techniques. Most of these techniques rapidly consume the user's chakra during use, and maintaining them during a prolonged battle can be tiring. For this reason, the Akimichi have high chakra levels and eat a lot in order to build up or replenish their chakra reserves. As a tribute, members of the clan wear the kanji for food on their clothing. If standard calories aren't enough for a battle, Akimichi can use the clan's 3 colored pills to convert excess fat into chakra at the cost of one's health. These clan members have all also been depicted with markings of sorts on their cheeks, and most of them have been seen wearing plate armor, both with and without flak jackets. The 2 most known techniques of the clan are the multi-size technique and the partial multi-size technique. In the first one, when performed, the Akimichi grows in size, proportionately increasing their weight and strength, and thus making their physical attacks more powerful. In the second technique now, rather than increase the size of their entire body, the user increases the size of only specific body parts, typically the arms and legs. Because of the larger size, physical attacks made with the expanded limbs do greater damage than normal. The limb's growth is very fast, giving users a way of taking opponents by surprise. As with other techniques of the Akimichi clan, its chakra requirements are quite high, to the point that, in part 1, Choji takes one of the 3 colored pills before using this technique. Number 19, Orochimaru's unnamed clan. Just like in the case of Jiraiya, we know nothing about this clan, so we can't really place it higher. The reason it's even placed this high, aka higher than many traditionally powerful clans in Naruto, is simply because of Orochimaru and the talent he showcased even while being a child. Orochimaru has large reserves of strong chakra, which is something that most of the times is an inherited trait, meaning that whatever clan Orochimaru comes from might have been a skilled clan as well. He was always talented and skilled, especially when compared to Tsunade, and even more than that, to Jiraiya. Growing up, as we know, Orochimaru took the wrong path, and with a life ambition to learn all of the world's secrets, Orochimaru seeks immortality so that he might live all the lives necessary to accomplish his task. Orochimaru went on to become one of the 3 legendary Sannin, and even more than that, one of the strongest characters in the world of Naruto. Number 18, Kaguya clan. The Kaguya clan is now an extinct clan, known for their savage battle tactics and archaic values, and as descendants of Kaguya Otsutsuki, a select few have inherited a derivative of her original ability to manipulate one's bone structures. One case like that was Kimimaro, who possessed the Kekkei Genkai Shikotsu Myaku from Kaguya's original bone manipulating ability. This ability was so powerful that even the war-loving Kaguya clan feared it. The clan was noted for being very savage and battle-hungry, having no tactics when entering battle that they initiated simply to show off their ferocity. It was due to this failed attempt to prove themselves that the entire clan was killed off when attacking Kirigakure. Even when surrounded and completely outmatched, they refused to back down, preferring to fight to the death simply to entertain their own bloodlust to the last. Kimimaro was the only one of the clan to survive, as he did not share the same urge for barbaric slaughter as the others, and after being adopted by Orochimaru, he would live as the last of the Kaguya clan for several years, but eventually died of a terminal illness. The fact that he was adopted by Orochimaru in order to be his next vessel shows that Orochimaru carefully selected him due to his clan's abilities, and more specifically, bloodline limit. Users of Shikotsu Myaku possess 3 unique skills: the ability to produce bones, the ability to break down bones, and the ability to regulate their bones' calcium density. So long as their body does not tire out, users can take advantage of these abilities without limit. With Shikotsu Myaku, users can grow new bones anywhere in their body. Typically, these bones are functionally and visually identical to other bones in the body, such as the spine or ribs. Other times, the bones will be similar to standard bones, but with specific alterations. Number 17, the Nara clan. Members of this clan are known for their ability to manipulate shadows through the use of yin release. 2 of its members, Shikaku and his son Shikamaru, are well known known for their high level of intelligence, and both have served as advisors to the Hokage. After Shikaku's death, Shikamaru became the head of the clan. The trademark technique of this clan is the Shadow Clutch technique. The user materializes their shadow and increases its power, becoming like steel. The user then captures the target shadow and forcibly moves them about. The technique's strength is proportionate to the chakra put into it. With enough strength, even giants can be moved. When used together with the Akimichi's human bullet tank, it turns it into a weapon. This simple application makes it useful in a number of emergency situations. Unlike with the shadow imitation technique, though the two shadows are connected, the target is not forced to copy the user's movements, allowing them to retain their own range of motion. When it comes to the main and/or strongest characters of this clan, we have Shikaku, Shikamaru, and Shikadai. Number 16, Jugo's unnamed clan. This clan is an unnamed family which originated from also an unknown area. The members of this clan possess the innate ability to absorb natural energy from their surroundings due to their unique bodies. However, the adverse effects of this energy result in sudden and uncontrollable surges of madness, causing them to go sporadically berserk. Their unique bodies also secrete special fluids that allow them to undergo various drastic physical alterations. The only known member is Jugo, who voluntarily went to Orochimaru in the hopes that he could be cured of his fits of rage. Like other members of his clan, Jugo possesses the ability known as Sage Transformation, which allows him to use the natural energy he absorbs to transform his body at will. He can change what form he takes almost instantly and can isolate the transformation to specific parts of his body. Also, due to this, Jugo possesses massive reserves of powerful chakra. However, because he absorbs natural energy constantly, he and his clansmen are prey to sporadic and involuntary surges of rage. Jugo is also capable of extending his arms to great lengths to catch targets several feet away from him. Aside from his shape-shifting powers, Jugo's physical abilities such as his speed, strength, endurance, resiliency, and durability are also enhanced in proportion to the level of the transformation and intake of natural energy. His transformations grow stronger following the years after the war. If he fully transforms, Jugo gains a massive boost in overall ability, but loses his mind to his murderous side, signified by a change in his voice. In his full form, Jugo is incredibly resilient and has significant reflexes, being able to react to and take a punch from the lightning-enhanced 4th Raikage that penetrated both his arm and chest, yet still managing to retaliate almost immediately after with ease, despite the speed and power of the attack and injury he had sustained. Jugo's clan abilities serve as the origin of Orochimaru's cursed seal that he brands his various followers with, which we created using Jugo's own bodily fluids that were then injected into the intended individual. Unlike those who have been given a cursed seal, Jugo is not limited to one transformation and can enter whatever form is best for the situation. Jugo considers those who have received one of Orochimaru's cursed seals to be one of his copies, and since they have proven compatible with his own DNA, he is able to give them some of his flesh to heal their injuries. However, this has the side effect of shrinking him and giving him an overall younger appearance. He can similarly consume others to heal his own injuries and return to his original adult form, though they do not need to be cursed seal recipients. Number 15, the Hozuki clan. Now this clan is the definition of underrated. Why? Because if I asked anyone to name the top 20 clans of Naruto, 99% of people would not even think of naming this clan. But let me show you why you would be wrong to leave this one behind. You see, the Hozuki clan is a group of ninja that settled in Kirigakure after the ending of the Warring States period. Members of this clan possess the ability to turn their bodies into a liquid state using their hydrification technique. This, however, seems to require that they stay well hydrated at all times, and as such, at least 2 known members are known to carry water bottles around with them. Mangetsu and Suigetsu are very gifted swordsmen and are known as the second coming of the demon. The known members of this clan are all beasts. Suigetsu, for example, referred by Kisame as a child prodigy in the art of murder, and that he is practically the reincarnation of Zabuza. Suigetsu was even shown to be able to briefly go up against Killer Bee, a perfect jinchuriki, while in his tailed beast mode. As a member of the Hozuki clan, Suigetsu is very well versed in the clan's secret water release technique to transform his body into a liquid form and to return to his solid bodily form at will. This gives him a higher level of control for his various water release techniques, able to perform them without hand signs. This ability also allows him to change his body shape, giving him the ability to increase the size of his limbs, thus proportionally increasing his strength if necessary. It also makes striking him somewhat difficult, since he's made of liquid, any regular strike will go right through his watery form. As his body is water, he is also capable of merging with already existing water to increase his attack range, as seen when he fought against Killer Bee, and utilize it for for large-scale water release techniques. A supplementary usage of his technique is the ability to gather information via water, such as rain, seen when he learned about the Fourth Shinobi World War after his imprisonment. In the anime, Suigetsu is also shown capable of creating clones made of water, but Suigetsu is only one of the 3 Hozuki clan members I want to speak about. The second one is Mangetsu, reputed as the second coming of the demon. He was a shinobi from Kirigakure and a member of the previous generation of the 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist. As a member of the Hozuki clan, Mangetsu is proficient in the use of water release manipulation and can use his clan's secret technique to liquefy his body at will. With knowledge and use of this technique, it can also be assumed that he is well versed in the clan's other secret techniques that revolve around its use, showcased by his ability to fire high-velocity projectiles from his finger. And finally, the third Hozuki clan member I'll speak about is Gengetsu, aka the second Mizukage. As the second Mizukage, Gengetsu was undoubtedly an immensely powerful shinobi, the strongest shinobi in the village in his time. His power was such that he could kill the second Tsuchikage, albeit at the cost of his own life. Gengetsu was proficient in water, fire, lightning, and earth release, along with yin and yang release. As a member of the Hozuki clan, his most prominent element was water release, which he could use to transform his body into a liquid state and then back into a solid form at will. Number 14, the Chinoike clan. You see, the Chinoike clan was a clan active during the Warring States period. Its members possessed the Ketsuryugan, a Kekkei Genkai that grants them the ability to manipulate liquids with high iron content. Their Ketsuryugan is a dojutsu that, when active, makes their eyes appear blood red. The Ketsuryugan allows them to perform powerful genjutsu of comparable strength to the Uchiha clan's Sharingan. They can also use the Ketsuryugan to manipulate liquids that have high iron contents, such as blood or the water that naturally flows in the Valley of Hell. Before they can manipulate such liquids, it is necessary that they imbue it with their own chakra. The fact that Chino put difficulty on even adult Sasuke proves how strong this clan really is. I mean, Chino had become a very powerful kunoichi during her first match at the Coliseum. Using genjutsu, she defeated the reigning and unbeaten champion Fushin with little effort. Her skills were highly advanced, and by manipulating an immense source of iron-rich water, she was capable of briefly facing off against Sasuke Uchiha, who possessed both the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and Rinnegan, as well as half of Hagoromo Otsutsuki's chakra. Number 13, the Terumi clan. You see, the Terumi clan is one of the oldest and at the same time most powerful clans in Kirigakure. The strongest known member of this clan is, of course, Mei Terumi, that she possessed not only one but 2 different Kekkei Genkai, Lava Release and Boya Release, both of which inherited traits. So yeah, a clan that has members with 2 Kekkei Genkai is bound to be one of the strongest ones in the world of Naruto. Number 12, the Hoshigaki clan. This shinobi clan is from Kirigakure, and all of its known members appear to have shark-like features, such as sharp, pointed teeth and facial features that resemble gills. This clan has as a trait extremely vast amounts of chakra. As evidence to that, Kisame even gained the nickname the Tailless Beast. That's how much chakra he had. So much as to be comparable with tailed beasts. As far as known clan members, we have, as mentioned, Kisame and Shizuba. For Kisame, he also had immense physical strength and speed, combining strong taijutsu strikes with powerful slashes from Samehada. As his specialty, Kisame was a very powerful swordsman and favored the use of brute strength and melee fighting in battle. Originally, Kisame wielded a normal katana, with which he was proficient enough to kill all of his comrades on one mission. After slaying his master with said katana, Kisame's signature weapon became the Samehada, a sentient, scale-covered sword that shaves flesh instead of cutting it. Kisame could heal injuries and replenish his chakra by temporarily fusing with Samehada. He could also fuse fully to further increase his power, expanding upon his shark-like appearance. When fused with Samehada, he gains the ability to breathe underwater using gills which form on his neck. For Shizuma, well, he is a Walmart version of Kisame in the Boruto version. I mean, he did show remarkable speed, able to completely disappear from its target's gaze, and then reappear right before them instantly, able to wield Samehada without rejection. Shizuma is shown to have very powerful and large reserves of chakra. His skill with it can make use of the blade's versatile nature in battle, able to switch between close to long-range attacks, and perform techniques with no hand signs at all. Number 11, the Kazekage clan. This shinobi clan from Sunagakure holds high influential authority in its village. In reality, its true family name is unknown. Not much is known about the clan, with the exception that it has produced several notable members who have held positions of high authority, including the 4th and 5th Kazekage, and the village's ambassador, as well as the fact that it was led by Rasa during his lifetime. Members of the Kazekage clan, just like the majority of shinobi from Sunagakure, are skilled in wind release. Select members of the clan also inherit the rare magnet release Kekkei Genkai. With it, they can manipulate large quantities of mineral substances to blanket the battlefield and overwhelm their opponents. release. The strongest members of this clan include Gaara's father Sara and Gaara himself. Rasa was a very powerful shinobi, as evidenced by his title of Kazekage. He could even subdue a fully released tailed beast like Shukaku. The prospect of his retaliation was enough to keep a great group of Iwanin from sparking a conflict at the Land of Wind's border. He was shown to be quite observant, pinpointing Gaara's third eye that was spying on him, and the other reincarnated Kage after Mu sensed his chakra. He employed a stationary type fighting style where he manipulated his gold dust to attack his opponents. The fact that Rasa was actively developing new techniques for the benefit of Suna indicates that his intelligence was rather high. With profound research and knowledge of ninjutsu, along with exceptional talent, Rasa learned the third Kazekage's Kekkei Genkai magnet release, a simultaneous usage of earth and wind elements. When it comes to Gaara now, he was also exceptionally strong. When fighting against Deidara, the only reason Gaara lost was because he sacrificed himself in order to protect the village. Gaara's nature transformations included earth, lightning, and wind release, the latter of which he often mixes with his sand in order to increase its speed and coverage area. In Gaara Hidden, Gaara is shown to have inherited the magnet release Kekkei Genkai from Rasa, which he avoids using in battle so that he can have it as a last resort that opponents won't know about. He can use his magnet release to increase the density of his chakra and sand, thereby strengthening his defenses. And now, let's get to the most exciting part of the video, the top 10 strongest clans in Naruto. Number 10, the Karatachi clan. You see, this family was a group of people from Kirigakuri, which has produced renowned shinobi. But for which shinobis are we talking about here? Well, Yagura, for example, had some of the most broken abilities in the entire Naruto world. However, upon contact, the reflections disperse into water. In the anime, he was also proficient in wind release, able to swiftly dispel a thick fog with a strong gust. Yagura was once the most powerful shinobi in his village, which led to his election as the fourth Mizukage. The other known character being part of this clan is Kagura, aka the grandson of Yagura. Kagura was a genius shinobi who, despite his young age, has earned a reputation known across the shinobi world. In the academy, his prowess was shown to be especially high, swiftly defeating all his opponents in matches. Kagura was proficient in water release, able to produce a strong shield without an existing water source. He likewise had advanced skill in Jinjutsu, able to apply a cursed seal on people to restrict certain actions, and likewise could remove it at any given time. Number 9, the Hatake clan. For this clan, we only know 2 members, and well, both of them were absolute beasts. The first member was Hatake Sakumo, aka Kakashi's father. Sakumo was hailed as a genius shinobi, and was praised for his talents in the ninja arts even by the likes of Minato Namikaze, the future 4th Hokage. In his prime, Sakumo was a truly powerful shinobi, whose skill and fame were said to overshadow even that of Sunny. The mere idea of facing Sakumo brought fear to his enemies, as shown from the reaction of an Iwagakure shinobi who mistook Kakashi for him, despite Kakashi being a child at the time. He was also very proficient in Kenjutsu, his reputation as Konoha's White Fang stemming from his extensive use of the White Light Chakra Saber, which emitted a streak of white chakra when swung. When it comes to Hatake Kakashi, on the other hand, well, this guy was even more famous than his father.
Kakashi.
A prodigy with talent inherited from Konoha's White Fang, he showcased highly advanced skill from a young age, evidenced by his rapid rise through the ninja ranks. His prowess is said to rival an entire country and earned recognition on sight by various high-level ninja. Originally, by his own admission, Kakashi's chakra reserves were average. He could only use the Lightning Cutter 4 or Kamui 3 times per day. At the same time, he makes up for it with superb control, requiring no more than the minimum required amount to perform his technique, even able to do so with a single hand. However, by part 2, Kakashi's reserves increased to a considerable size, shown when he used both techniques repeatedly during the final battle of the 4th Great Shinobi War with only minor strain and exhaustion. Kakashi primarily relies on his great skill and knowledge of ninjutsu, having learned over 1,000 jutsus in his lifetime, which actually earned him the nicknames Kakashi of the 1,000 Jutsus and the Copy Ninja Kakashi. As with the use of his Sharingan, he was capable of copying jutsus he was faced against in real time. On top of all these, Kakashi can use all 5 basic nature transformations, as well as the Yin release and Yang release. Number 8, Onoki's unnamed clan. Now, the reason we place this unnamed clan this high up on our list, despite only having 1 confirmed member, is because of the following fact. Onoki displayed the only natural-born and thus inherited based on his clan, Kekkei Tota. You see, Dust Release is a nature transformation Kekkei Tota, a combination of earth, wind, and fire. The object expands once released by the user and moves astonishingly fast at its target. Anything that passes through it is disintegrated on a molecular level. Because of the sheer destructiveness of Dust Release, its users are usually unmatched in a fight, and they can easily fend off countless enemies. Plus, Onoki could literally just casually fly around. Number 7, the Namikaze clan. Now, this clan is true that it's not so official, as in reality the only official member it has is Minato. Truth be told, however, all of Naruto, Boruto, and Himawari should have technically been named Namikaze, as it is tradition to be named after the last name of the father in Konoha. But given that Hiruzen wanted to protect him, he made sure that his name would not be that of his father. Nonetheless, when it came to Minato, he was by far one of the biggest legends in the world of Naruto. He could single-handedly destroy an entire army of opponents on his own. Since childhood, he showed such prodigious talent, able to save Kushina from 2 adult Kumonin. By adulthood, he was considered by the likes of Jiraiya and the 4th Raikage to be unmatched, and one of the very few people able to fight a tailed beast head-on. Kurama compared Minato's power to Hashirama Senjutsu. During the 3rd Shinobi World War, flee on-site orders were given to enemy shinobi should they encounter him. If that doesn't show how broken Minato was and what a talent he possessed, then I don't know what will. His exploits with the Flying Thunder God technique gained him the moniker Konoha's Yellow Flash. The creator of this technique, the 2nd Hokage, openly acknowledged Minato's skills as superior to his and its usage. With the technique, Minato could instantly move to the location of anything marked with a special seal, whether a tool, place, or person. Minato could also bring others with him or send them by themselves, giving him a defensive option to teleport incoming threats away. This clan is placed that high in our list mainly because of Minato, and partially because Naruto, Boruto, and Himawari that are also technically Namikaze, even though they are named Uzumaki. Given that we do not have any other confirmed members of this clan, and given that they do not have any special traits like chakra reserves or special jutsus and or Kekkei Genkai specific to their clan, we do not place the Namikaze clan any higher. After all, Minato might have just been an exception, and his clan being relatively weak for all we know. We simply cannot be sure of it. Number 6, the Sarutobi clan. After Konohagakure's formation following the Warring States period, the Sarutobi were amongst the first set of clans to ally themselves with the Senju and Uchiha-founded village, alongside the Shimura clan. The Sarutobi are famous for their high willpower and exceptional strength. The clan also uses hidden ninjutsu involving the fire release nature transformation. The most famous members of this clan are Hiruzen, Asuma, and Konohamaru. When it comes to Hiruzen, well, he was a natural prodigy, hailed as a god of shinobi, and was the strongest shinobi produced from his clan. His talents made him Hokage at a young age, directly selected by the 2nd Hokage. Having surpassed his teacher in childhood, he became the most powerful of Kage during his lifetime, and once well considered the strongest Hokage in history. In the anime, Hiruzen was said to have immense chakra. Hiruzen was only one of a few individuals who could perform all 5 basic nature transformations and master them with equal proficiency. He could also use yin and yang release. His prowess could intercept an opponent's elemental attack and produce the respective counterbalancing nature. For Asuma now, even though he was not the strongest Sarutobi, he was still incredibly strong. Asuma was a highly talented, well-respected jonin of village, gaining praise from Shikaku Nara of being a great shinobi who's not easy to take down. He established a great record in military prowess, something many upcoming shinobi greatly admired. His abilities earned him a position into the 12 Guardian Ninja, an elite handpicked team which served to protect the Land of Fire's daimyo. And now for Konohamaru, well, his strongest technique was obviously the sexy transformation jutsu. Oh, but no, seriously, Konohamaru was indeed incredibly talented. Being barely 11 years old, he defeated a path of pain on his own. And even though in Boruto, being an adult, Konohamaru is indeed no joke, he 100% did not fulfill his true potential. Number 5, the Hyuga clan. The Hyuga clan is a well-known clan of Konohagakure, as well as claimed to be the strongest clan in the village, which, yeah, I am not so sure how this can be with clans like Uchiha and Senju around. All members born into this clan possess the Byakugan, a Kekkei Genkai that gives them extended fields of vision and the ability to see through solid objects, and even the chakra circulatory system, amongst other things. Members of this clan also possess an innate ability which allows them to expel chakra from any of the tenketsu in their body. Some of the strongest members of this clan include Hinata Hyuga, Hanabi Hyuga, Neji Hyuga. I'll only speak about Neji, that was considered a prodigy and among the strongest Hyuga ever, at least when considering the potential he had. As a Hyuga, Neji possessed the Byakugan. While a common dojutsu with his clan, Neji was noted to be especially powerful. With these eyes, he had a near 360-degree penetrative field of vision. A small blind spot exists behind his 3rd upper thoracic vertebra, a weakness he was well aware of and trained excessively to overcome, but to no avail. Instead, he took extra precautions to compensate for it by emitting chakra around the area, giving him a way to sense any approaching attacks and slowing them enough to give him time to respond. Implementing several of the style's most powerful techniques, Neji was very versatile in battle. With the 8 trigrams, 64 palms, he could attack multiple targets at once, either several opponents' tenketsu to restrain them at once, or deflect incoming volleys of projectiles. In the anime, he improved the technique to double the number of strikes. Defensively, he could use the 8 trigrams path's revolving heaven to expel chakra from his his body and deflect all incoming attacks from all directions at once. Number 4, the Senju clan. Well, for this clan, I'll only briefly mention the 3 strongest members it had: Hashirama, Tobirama, and Tsunade. Hashirama was hailed as the god of shinobi for his unmatched ninja prowess. During the 4th Shinobi World War, Kabuto proclaimed that the man's might as a ninja was so vast that it was held in a fantasy light similar to the Sage of Six Paths, stating that no one, aside from Madara, had come close to matching him ever since his passing. Hashirama was proficient in all 5 basic nature transformations, along with yin and yang release. He was most famous for his use of wood release, a combination of earth and water nature chakra, creating wood and plants from the ground, or his very being of various sizes and shapes that he manipulated to his purposes. This ability was apparently exclusive to him, as no one else has naturally acquired this power. Any replications are noticeably pale in comparison to Hashirama's capabilities. For Tobirama now, he was not only nearly as strong as his brother, he was also a genius, being the one who created multiple high-end jutsus like the Flying Thunder God technique, Edo Tensei, Shadow Clone Jutsu, mutually multiplying explosive tags, and Water Severing Wave, just to name a few. For Tsunade now, well, I can name exactly 106 reasons why she was legendary, if you know what I mean. She was one of the 3 legendary Sannin and a worthy Hokage. While using the 100 healings, she was practically close to immortal with constant regeneration and healing. Plus, her punches were obviously no joke. I mean, just ask Jiraiya. Number 3, the Uzumaki clan. Its members are renowned for having bright red hair, possessing incredibly strong life forces and chakra, and their prowess in Fuinjutsu. The Uzumaki, being descendants of Asura Otsutsuki, also share distant blood relation with the Senju clan. Known for their vast amounts of chakra as well as life force, all members of this clan were beasts. Kushina, Nagato, Naruto, Boruto, Himawari are just some of the beasts this clan had. In reality, the reason I'm ranking this clan higher than the Senju clan is because of Naruto and Boruto, and potentially even Himawari, depending on how she develops in the coming years. I think no special remarks are needed for this clan, but I will say this: despite not having any Kekkei Genkai like the other clans we have in the top 5, the members of this clan are nonetheless insanely powerful, and I think we all know that. Number 2, the Uchiha clan. But why do I rank the Uchiha clan higher than the Uzumaki clan? Well, because this clan has every single last member of it being a beast. The Uzumaki clan might have a few average shinobi, but when you start looking into the Uchiha clan, you observe an overwhelming number of elite shinobis, some of them even being at around the same level as Naruto. I mean, where should I start and where should I end? Fugaku, Madara, Obito, Sasuke, Itachi, Shisui, Sarada? These are all beasts that every Naruto fan knows how strong they really are. The Uchiha clan is reputed to be the village's strongest because of their Sharingan and natural battle prowess. The Uchiha are descendants of Indra Otsutsuki, the elder son of Hagoromo Otsutsuki. Through Indra, the Uchiha inherited Hagoromo's eyes, granting them powerful spiritual energy and chakra. As part of the so-called Curse of Hatred first displayed by Indra, Uchiha are subject to powerful emotions. These emotions typically start as love for a friend or family member that then become overpowering hatred when the object of their love is lost. This loss, whether actually experienced or merely threatened, awakens an Uchiha's Sharingan. It is due to the Sharingan that the Uchiha have received much of their fame and notoriety. The Sharingan also has certain stages, with each passing one being more powerful than the one coming before that. 1 Tomoe Sharing, 2 Tomoe, 3 Tomoe, Mangekyo Sharingan. And if they go a step further and have their siblings Mangekyo implanted in them, an Uchiha can even awaken the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, which basically rids them of the drawbacks of the normal Mangekyo Sharingan. Not only the users of the Mangekyo Sharingan gain a special ability unique just to them, they can also summon their own Susanoo, use Amaterasu, use Izanagi and Izanami, and even cast advanced level Genjutsu on their opponents. And for number 1, the Otsutsuki clan. You see, the Otsutsuki clan is an ancient clan of horned humanoid creatures known as celestial beings, and also described as aliens and revered as equivalent to gods. As a parasitic species, they have spent thousands of years traveling through the cosmos in order to carry out the Otsutsuki will, a doctrine which dictates that clan members consume the life energy and genetic material of other worlds in order to continuously evolve, with the ultimate goal of attaining godhood. These beings are the epitome of strength, and they are basically the reason ninjutsu exists in the first place. Kaguya brought it on Earth, and all I will say is that Kaguya was not even a high-ranking member of this clan, and even like that, she was basically considered a god. When compared to Shibai, yeah, I bet we'll see even crazier stuff in the coming months and years in Boruto when Shibai's abilities are fully displayed. Click on this video next, where we analyze all forms of Naruto Uzumaki in the world of Naruto. Go on, check it out!